Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are going to leave this Demise bunker behind. There's always another Demise bunker. But you know what? We need a better Demise bunker. The people have voted, the people have spoken, and like all the promises that may have been broken, or unlike them, if we want to challenge past perceptions of conceptions, I think I am becoming receptive to the idea of going out and establishing a new base in a very Statue of Hermity place. Oh, we are going to need some fireworks, though, because it is night, and things do not glow. I guess the moon does. Why don't I have my wings on? Let's stand in a field and die in the middle of Demise. Bad way to start an episode. See, YouTube really deeply cares about how deeply into the episode people watch. And if I die in the first 3 seconds and everybody's like, yeah, Joe died in the first 3 seconds of this episode in Demise, I'm going to watch something else. No, there are monsters nearby. Monsters, you're a waste of my time. Oh, there he is. Wait, that's a zombie pigman. What's the actual monster that's stopping me? That guy. That guy's stopping me. You got to live your best dream. But you can't dream your best life if you can't go to bed. So instead we're going to hit this guy with a trident repeatedly in the way of the ancient ones. There, that seemed like a death rattle. What? Still monsters nearby? Come on. That's a turtle, not a monster. It's like the game is eventually going to be like, Joe, you were the monster all along. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, that tracks. Where were we going? We were going somewhere great. We were going to go purchase some glass for the construction of our bunker inside the mind, as well as the body of the Statue of Hermitry. Luckily, Concorp here has established a very kind bunker full of empty glass boxes. Wait, really? Are they out of glass here at Concorp? Not entirely. How much is this? 1 stack for 2 diamonds. Well, luckily, I have room in my inventory for, oh, good, 1 stack. So, oh yeah, because that's going to just overlap onto there. Now, I guess we could always throw this gravel on the ground, which is technically littering. But, you know, it's biodegradable. Biodegradable? Biodegradable. It's biodegradable. So we'll just let that do its own thing there. And also, now that we are Sahara Now members, I figure we can take this beautiful Sahara Now thing and then take advantage of the luxury benefits of that membership. Now, you might say, Joe, where does one take advantage of those membership advantages? I think it's somewhere in here. Sahara Now keycard reader. Do I have to put it inside here? I don't want it to take my thing, but I guess we have to try. Insert now membership. Do we get it back? Oh, hey, there it goes. Woo! Look at this. Now we can come up here and look at this beautiful movie camera, which has a tripod for some reason. We can press these buttons and hope they're not trapped. If somebody trapped these, that would be really bad. Wait, does this just go to the outside? Wait, why didn't we build our bunker in here? Look at this. This is like premium bunker place space. Wow. Oh, and it connects to a rail tunnel. You know, being close to public transit is very important for a lot of young families. Wow, okay. Dang it. Dang it, Sahara. You're putting ideas in my brain. Too many ideas. Too soon. This is gonna be how I die. I'm just gonna smack into the barrier things here too many times. Where are my carrots? Okay, so you might say, Joe, you must have had a plan for this episode. And I do. I just haven't explained it yet. So my actual plan for this episode is to discuss my objectives in a writing workshop that I'm participating in. A lot of folks are doing NaNoWriMo this month, which is great if you want to write a novel, but I want to write something a little bit shorter. Some of you guys might know that I worked on a tabletop role-playing game called Pitfalls and Penguins which involved laying out a 261-page book. I've actually broadcast myself on Twitch laying out a 261-page book. And man, that is a great way to get feedback if you accidentally press the wrong button in Adobe InDesign. But, you know, what I've never done is I've never actually written an adventure for a role-playing game that other people have actually bothered to play. And I got to thinking about it, and I realized, you know, there's this workshop recommended by Lisa Penrose. She's pretty smart. I met her when I visited Wizards of the Coast in Seattle earlier this year. And, you know, maybe I should go ahead and give that a try. Maybe I should take some of the ideas that I've had for homebrew or home game adventures and try to get them published. Now, with the program that they've got, you can actually do something where you license actual Wizards of the Coast content in your game. And traditionally, I'm always somebody where I'm like, I gotta own my vertical. I wanna own everything. You know, but at the same time, part of the joy of being part of the tabletop community is participating in various collaborations. So I realized, you know, I should set this up to take advantage of the DM's Guild license and set my adventure in Castle Ravenloft. I've got an idea for a one-shot adventure, which is like a single setting or single session kind of concept that could be really fun for me and my friends to play. I came up with the idea when I was trying to get the Hermits to play Ravenloft with me a few years ago, and I was brainstorming, like, what are ways that you could speed up the game? Because Ravenloft can take 8 hours to run properly. And I was like, there's got to be a better way to explore the castle and knock everything out that doesn't, where you get the high points, but you don't necessarily have as much of the setup and things like that. So I came up with the idea that Madame Ava had hired the party to place some mystical artifacts throughout the castle. And this works because in the traditional Ravenloft game, you use a randomizer deck to determine where 3 special items will be placed throughout the castle. And Madame Ava is a fortune teller who actually will give the players hints based on the cards that are drawn at the beginning of the game. So I thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if the reason that the cards tell the players where all these things are is because, you know, Madame Ava had the things placed there. And so when I originally was playtesting this a few years ago, trying to get the Hermits to play it, which never ended up working for scheduling reasons, unrelatedly, I had the idea, okay, so the players are a group of musicians or performers who are hired for the Vampire Strahd's birthday party, and they are ostensibly touring the castle, looking for the room with the best acoustics to perform their show in, but are actually, you know, in the process, hiding all of these different objects of mystical, like, you know, import or what have you. This hasn't biodegraded yet. Dang it. Anyway, so what I came up with was okay, but it could have been better. And so I kind of started workshopping it again, which is the point of a workshop. Look at Joe Hills leaning into the concept. And I realized that what I could do is, instead of having the players necessarily be told, hey, your goal is to go hide these mystical artifacts around this castle so that somebody can, you know, kill Strahd with them, I was thinking it would be kind of funny if that was kind of a mystery element. What if Madame Ava, you know, still tells the band, hey, we're hiring you to perform at Strahd's birthday party, but you're also going to be given these objects to hide around the castle as part of a special surprise birthday scavenger hunt. With, what does the sign say? Open to the left. Okay. I realized I never actually went and took advantage of this earlier. So, basically, you know, the players think that they're hiding innocuous objects around the castle. Oh, there's the Sahara now. Okay, so when they said up and to the left, wait, maybe it's actually over there. What? Oh, they mean turn right and then turn left. Good job, guys. Okay, so how does this work? We'll get back to writing later. This is my writing process. It's very erratic. Welcome, Sahara Now member. This is my best architect's voice. Sahara Now is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get until you view all offers. See the instructions of how to use the system on the next page. And then there's like a mouse that shows up. And it's like, to view an offer, click the white button. A shulker box will appear. Click the price of the offer. And the shulker. Click the green button to buy it. See the next one, press the white button again. Yes, you get to keep the shulker box. So wait, do I have to have money to buy the shulker box? 11 diamonds. Okay, well, I've only got 9. So, cycle to next offer. Ice is awesome. 5 diamonds. I don't actually need that much ice, but thank you. Starving, 15 diamonds. Well, that's actually more expensive than the other one. Peckish, 12 diamonds. These are comparably priced, it looks like. I mean, it's good that they're selling so many golden carrots, but, like, I can't afford any of this except for the ice. Well... Maybe I'm gonna have to come back here when I get more diamonds. Yeah, I'm thinking so. But that's okay. You know, there's always another diamond. I'm sure I can go and what did I do to get all those diamonds in the first place? Oh yeah, I stole them. Hey, why don't we go to the Demise game registration box real quick, and then we'll come back here and buy some carrots. Time skip. Hey, CubFan135, welcome to my Hermitcraft episode. This is a segment I'm gonna cut. Hey, Joe Hills in the future, don't forget to cut the segment out. This is not a segment of footage that is usable. I'll shout if this ends up in the final video. Oh no! Always edit out the parts that aren't supposed to be in it. Otherwise you'll feel real dumb like some sort of idiot who can't edit. You folks on Reddit, they'll just mock you until you just want to cry. They'll say, okay, Joe, okay, Boomer, don't you know, always edit out the video or die, because Reddit isn't always the most kindly, but sometimes anyway you'll still find me reading the comments, moving on with my life, embracing slings and arrows and enduring all the strife, because we gotta go, because we gotta Joe, because you gotta know there's always something you gotta pull from your video. CubFam135, he knows to remove all the extra footage so he doesn't have to deal with that umbrage. I think Cub actually left. Dang it. Anyway, let me just make a Minecraft here. You know, I decided instead of stealing all the diamonds from the Demise thing in a way that was going to get me yelled at, I should come down here and lay some more glass. I kind of think that these are the appropriate levels to get some floors in here. The nice thing about the glass floors is if somebody tries to put in a prank or a, you know, what's the sort of thing we call a deadly prank? A trap. Anybody who tries to trap this, I'm going to be able to see the redstone and stuff, right? They'd have to run the traps outside the statue of Hermitry, which is going to require additional planning. And if there's one thing hermits don't like, it's planning. You know? So I figure I'm pretty safe here as long as I can keep this kind of floor intact. But now all of a sudden I got to go buy more glass. I'm down to my last block of diamonds. I feel like once I use this block of diamonds, I'm going to have to change my skin. Like, that just seems fair. So, I kind of figured with this game, it'd be fun for the players to be able to explore the castle in a way that's like less threatening than the traditional Ravenloft storyline, where you're a bunch of adventurers who are in this vampire's castle who are going to immediately be killed or slowly be tortured, whatever. You know, in this case, you have free reign of the castle. Now, the players might eventually realize, like, oh wait, these things we're carrying around are actually deadly weapons. or mystical artifacts that could be used to kill a vampire. Maybe this isn't a friendly, what do you call it, scavenger hunt game. But, you know, that's okay if the players realize that, because then they can decide to, like, go after Strahd themselves or flee. What I was kind of thinking was there'd be a few ways, like, in some ways this is kind of a stealth game, because there might still be fights you have to have in the castle, because there are certain unthinking creatures that would attack you regardless. But there's also kind of some opportunities for some interesting interactions with some of the NPCs that would otherwise be generally hostile. Look at that statue of Hermitry. This is going to make a wonderful bunker. Obviously, this is not the statue of Hermitry. I have left there in order to change my skin out. I'm back to my normal non-diamond block carrying self. But you know what? It was time. It was time to just embrace the fact that all that wealth had gone straight to my head. Now, of course, in this chest here, it looks like somebody came along and bought all of our cobwebs, which brings us back up to 8 diamonds. But, like, it's not like they bought a bunch of hay or vines or whatever, too. So we still don't have enough for a total blockhead conversion. Yep, look at these guys. Might as well drop this phantom head in there, too. Anyway, I mostly stopped by here because I knew I had an extra glass lying around, which I can then convert. That sounds like a lot of zombies. Like, more zombies than there should be out here. Is it nighttime? Are we going to have, like, a whole thing? Dang it. It's not even nighttime. What are the zombie noises coming from? Is there, like, a cave somewhere over here? Who knows? Who can say? But it is time for us to ascend the statue of Hermitry, which is still not properly lit on the top, by the way. Like, not... You know, we'll just call that a trap. That's a trap for the death team. Yay. Traps. So, next problem. We're going to take the... I brought some materials with me. Because, like, this space needs to be actually usable to be a base. So we're going to need things like a crafting bench, and bookshelves, and paintings, right? See, so we can just swing over here. We got this nice big open wall. Boom. Now that feels like home. Check that out. Boom. Bazip. You know, that way... If you're, like, looking this way, and then you're like, oh, I want to look over here, but now I can't see that painting anymore. You could always look at it like this. I wonder if we can throw this one up here. That one's fine, too. But I was going to go for, like... Yeah, there we go. Flaming Skull. Actually, do we want to demonstrate that that's the death team dying? Or does that look like we're celebrating death? I'm not 100% sure. But either way, what we're probably going to want to do is we're going to get out our axe here. Going to get rid of these fence posts I placed earlier and replace them with bookshelves. Boom. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and get our crafting bench in here and hopefully dye some nice black stained glass. I've got a few more ink sacs that we can convert to make more. Boom. There we go. And that'll let us apply additional flooring levels down throughout here. Now you might say, Joe, did you use those phantom membranes to make free-falling potions while you were in the Halloween store? Great point. Totally should have. Did not. But, you know, that's one of the things about, you know, learning from our mistakes. We never stop making mistakes. But at least we get, like, you know, less childlike and awkward as we do. So now people are like, instead of being like, hey, who's that weird kid making mistakes? They're like, who is that handsome man making those fine mistakes? They demonstrate excellent risk-taking with confidence and aplomb. Instead of being like, that kid has weird hair and a weird nose. I'm like, I'm 12, I'll grow out of it. Yay. See, look at this. This is already way better. Wow, this is a huge building. Like, I think I ostensibly knew that when I started putting all these torches and stuff in, and glass. But I didn't really think it through. That's okay, though. That's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and take care of some more of this floor. Now, since I started this episode, I've actually gone ahead and I did 2 playtest sessions for the tabletop role-playing game one-shot that I'm doing the workshop to write. And I gotta say, thank you so much to anyone who ever has playtested a game ever, but also especially thank you to my playtesters, because wow. Like, I was kind of like, I ran this game without any real notes 2 years ago, and I'm trying to write it down, and I'm trying to jog my memory, and I'm so, like, while I'm setting everything up, I'm finding random scraps of notes and being like, oh, I thought I had come up with this idea last week, but apparently I came up with it 2 years ago. And, or like individual ideas, not the overall concept. I knew that was old. But yeah, it was, the first session we had set aside 4 hours. The first 3 hours and 40 minutes was like messing with microphones and trying to figure out where my notes were and things. Yay. So, if you have patient people in your life, try not to abuse it, but appreciate that they don't have to be so patient, you know? And when they are, they deserve some thanks. So thank you to our playtesters, Assault Tank and Space Dorito, who spent the first 3 hours and 40 minutes of that stream just putting up with me, being like, I don't know what's going on. Now, of course, you know, you don't get to the end of because we had blocked out 4 hours for it, luckily neither of them had to go anywhere, because I was like, well, we can play for 20 minutes, or we can just keep playing until our bodies physically fail. Because, you know, you can't live stream for 10 hours straight without, like, warm-ups and stuff that we didn't do. But luckily, everything went pretty well, and we were able to play for an additional 2 hours after that. You know, I think I want to go one lower here. But I don't know, maybe this is right. Maybe this does feel right. Here. And now we're out of black glass. So, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. I mean, on the whole, the nice thing about having this much space is nobody's going to know exactly where I logged out. That's going to help a lot. You know, I don't want them putting in a trap right where I logged out. Now, I did hear Cleo talking to one of the other hermits on Discord the other day saying that she was putting water underneath the glass in her bunker, which is going to let her, you know, not die if she falls through the holes in the floor. And I really think that that's a great idea, but I don't have enough glass for it. So, also, you know, we got to take some risks in life. We got to take a few. This torch is not necessary. Neither's this one. Okay. I say as I go past these torches. Yes. Excellent. So what are we going to do with all this space now? Here's what I think, guys. I think we're going to live, you know? But we don't want to just survive. We want to live life to its fullest. That's why we brought those paintings with us. Let's go ahead and put in some more paintings. Where is the paintings? I didn't run out. No, good, because I have like 26. They're remarkably similar to each other, it seems, of course, but, you know, that's fine. What are other ways we can live life to its fullest? I have begun work on my Obsidian box. I was trying to think what would drive the hermits mad, and making it look kind of like a guardian with a bunch of levers, that just seemed about right to me. I thought, like, what if there's a button and it plays a sound? Unless... now it plays 3 sounds. And you might say, Joe, that seems like an optimal number of sounds to make with a box like this. Maybe, if they hit all 3 sounds, something special happens. Great idea. Probably not. Probably nothing special is going to happen. This is probably just a gigantic time waster. Oh, wait, what was that I was going to do? I was going to put an armor stand with my name on it in here. All right, so we've got an armor stand in here with our name now. That should surprise people. They'll see that and they'll go, oh, I bet Joe is in this secret Obsidian refuge or refugee, depending on if they speak French. So what we're going to do is we're going to close all this up all around here. And then they'll think, this is a puzzle box. I am bound by sacred Hermitcraft law to try to solve the puzzle without breaking in. You know, and ostensibly, different things do different things. So in theory, if you get it right, it'll play all 3 notes. So we need to go withdraw it so it doesn't sound right. There we go. Yeah, this works. I figure the hermits can probably mess with this for a good while. And that's before we put the extra buttons on, you know? Let's just give them that good button treatment. Boom. There we go. Get some extra buttons up there for trim. Hermits know what's what. They love these sorts of things. And they might be like, but what if it's slightly out of alignment? What if it's not symmetrical all the way around? That might mean something. Does it? Does it? Hopefully this will eat a lot of time for the dead team. And then we can use that time to redirect the lava flow into them as a counter trap. Or we can sneak out the back here. Some people might say, Joe, is this a cursed puzzle box? Or is it a genius puzzle box? Could be a cursed genius, but what would I know? I'm just Joe Hills. You may have noticed that this episode was mid-roll ad-free. That's thanks to $50 a month Patreon sponsor Winnie T. Ford. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now read a poem of my own devising. Here's one I wrote last November, and I thought, it's a very thankful time of year. Maybe I should come back to this one. Thanks, I say. O'er and o'er. Thanks, I say. But it's never enough. Not because others are ungrateful of my gratitude, but because what I owe to others, to their patience, to their kindness, cannot be repaid with words, or one word. Thanks, I say. Above and past that, thanks I must do. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.